Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, and back to the crazy insanity that is all of the wire being more broken than I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try and make stupid jokes at this point, because honestly, I don't have time. We have many problems. Many problems to do with wiring. Which means we need to get it fixed. Insufficient oxygen generation. Okay, how is our oxygen situation doing? What are you wondering about now? Food shortage? We've got loads of food. What are you talking about? Okay, so the day before yesterday we made loads of oxygen. The day after that we made a little bit of oxygen. Okay, is that because of the new PEEP? Ada. Okay, what if we re-enable that one? Is there any other we've got disabled? No, I reckon they're all good. Gladly, these, however, are finished. These seem to have cleared out all of the polluted oxygen that we're dealing with. That seems to be all done now. Oh, this is operating as well. Let's get this enabled. So at least there's a bit of oxygen up here to counteract all of the chlorine and other such horrible nasties that we've got up there. Okay, right. These need some seeds put in. Gosh, again with the wire everywhere. Always the wire. Okay, right. So, what are we doing today? Beyond trying to keep the wire problem under wraps for another 5 seconds. Oh gosh, how much do we have? Oh, we've basically got none. Oh no, we make it out of iron. Sorry, we're supposed to be making it out of iron. Right. All of this, please. Is that all of it? Is there more than he's doing? No, there is more than he's doing. Okay, we need to do this bit as well. I'd like that bit done as well, please. That's all set, isn't it? Yep, that's all set to go. What else needs doing? We need to do that bit down there eventually. We've got all the bits up there done. Yeah, let's do this bit down here as much as we can anyway. Okay, right. Was that research complete? Yes, it was. Okay, so what did we research? What were we researching previously? I've already completely forgotten. Let's see. No, we've already had that. We had the temperature management, we had the plumbing. What were we researching? Were we researching this? I feel like we already had this done at the end of the last episode, but maybe not. Or maybe it was the juicer we were working on? I can't remember. I think the juicer is what they need for a recreational building, so they can have like a mess hall, they can have a recreational building, which I think we can produce actually. I think we can produce a mess hall for them, which would be lovely. For them to have. So I'm not quite sure what they should be researching next, since we seem to have the majority of the stuff that I think I'm capable of actually implementing into the base. I mean, some of this stuff might be useful, like allowing extreme temperature exchange with surrounding environment. Okay, so that's like the opposite of an insulated pipe, I'm guessing. That's a pipe that allows you to do lots of temperature loss rather than temperature gain, so I suppose those might be some kind of use. Cools the gas that's piped through it, that might possibly be useful. Stores gases, carries gas allowing for extreme temperature change, yeah. Produces rare materials into advanced goods. Oh, stuff from space missions. That's a bit far into the future at the moment. Pixel pack. Pixels can be designated a color when it receives a green signal and a different color when it receives a red signal. Input from automation wire controls the whole strip, allowing automation ribbons. That sounds far too complicated for me. Okay, so we'll leave the research for the time being. I don't think the research is going to be hugely important. I don't need to worry about that. So let's just give them a minute to get all of this wiring done. Just prioritize all of it on a 7. Let's just get it all done, because honestly this is driving me to absolute drink and I need to get this all done. This all needs to be sorted out and needs to be sorted out now. Upper pipe full. What? Oh, because this hasn't been built. That's why we're not producing any more materials. We should put that on an 8 so that machine can be going all the time. Oh dear. Okay. I think very slowly we have got things looking up. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Well, let them sleep. Oh, gosh. Manual generator. No power connection because the wire is broken. Of course the wire's broken. Wire's always breaking. Like, constantly. Oh, shouldn't be oxygen not included. It should be puncture repair kit not included. That's what it should be called. Right, okay, so what are our objectives for today? Well, for today, I'm not going to be showing as much just sitting around waiting for stuff to get done as I did last time. As I was editing, I realised I left a bit too much of that in. Okay, so I'm going to let them get on with the construction of these rooms, with the construction of this farm, with the replacement of this wire, and then we're going to start moving into this area here in order to start getting access to this water, which now that this is built up a bit, we're going to have to be careful about how we approach it. We might need to approach it from this angle rather than approaching it from up here, which I mean will be fine because we need to go up here to get to this room. So that's our two main objectives for this episode, to get access to here and get it to Salinizzator or whatever one of the sun they call in here, and to get access to this room up here so we can start having a look at that and see if there's anything in there which might be useful to us. Okay, so I'll leave them for a few minutes to try and get access, or rather get some of this stuff completed. Hopefully. Okay, this has been built, which means this machine is working now. Okay, that's good. Right, this is working fully, isn't it? Where's the plumbing? Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. The wire problem is we're slowly starting to get it. We've got the bits down here done. We've got the bit up there done, the bit up there done. We're just doing this little bit here, that tiny bit there, and that bit there, and that's all done. Okay. What I'm doing here is I'm just blocking off this area. I'm just locking it down in terms of oxygen, because I'm noticing that there's lots of CO2 and stuff happening here. So I want to block this off just because I'm a little bit nervous of letting stuff in here. I don't quite know why, but I am. Insufficient resource algae. Oh, hang on a minute. Do not tell me we've just run out of algae. Please, yes, we have. We've just run out of algae. Okay, this is an incredibly serious problem. This needs to be sorted out right this instant. There is absolutely no way under the sun this can wait, because that is the only thing that's generating this oxygen. Oh my giddy aunt, if it's not one thing, it's another. Right. Give me a moment. And I will find us some algae. Okay, there we are. We're getting a little bit of algae anyway. That should at least slow down the problem. Hopefully, anyway. Okay, right, I'm kind of speeding up construction on this area just because there's a big stock of algae behind here. And what I'm going to do afterwards, when we've got a little bit of algae in order to just keep us alive for long enough, I'm going to build, if I can ever find it, this. Because this turns slime into algae, and all of this is horrible, horrible slime. And there's actually lots of algae in here as well. So we could turn slime into algae, which would be lovely to have. What I've also realised is that system, that production process, produces polluted water, I believe, which would be nice, because if we could dump it back in here, like if we could build like a little, just probably up here, just a single machine, just to turn some slime into some algae, just to give us a nice little supply of that, just to keep these terrariums running for a while. Just long enough that we can keep everything in one piece for a bit, anyway. Okay, from the little amount we've got, that gave us half a ton. That's not nearly enough as I need. Okay. Right, let me look into this machine. What does it need? Of course it needs power. Everything under the sun and its grandmother needs power. It doesn't need anything else. It just needs slime and power. Okay, so if I put it maybe... where to put it? Oh, now we've only got 860 calories of food. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Okay. Roll that on a 7, thank you kindly. Okay, we got some blossoms that are in one piece. Okay, and we got the algae. Okay, and these aren't, yeah, these are on 92%, okay, and yeah, we've already got some, Okay, good. Okay, let me put sweepity sweep on this, if I can ever remember what the sweep is. K. Kind of wish it was S, but never mind. Oh no, we don't have any space. Dang, no. Oh dear. Oh, and I'm abusing the priorities and putting everything on too high priority. Is that enough slime for the time? Or is there some algae for the time being? Two tons. Okay, that should hopefully do us for the time being anyway. How's the temperature doing in this area? Okay, it's sort of hot. It's not scorching, so I can live with that. Okay. It can be done, it can be done, it can be done. Just leave them for a minute and just let them get on with their... Oh. Gosh, and we're out of coal as well, aren't we? Consume below, coal, 118 kilograms. Oh my giddy aunt, give me strength. Oh, I thought we mined out a load last time that gave us enough to last us going for a while. Evidently not. Oh gosh, I so want to graduate from coal. I would give so much to stop using coal. That's iron. I don't want iron, I want coal. Coal is the thing that we need. Oh dear. Now I don't know what to prioritize. Do I prioritize the algae or do I prioritize the auction or the power? I mean, we're screwed if we do and we're screwed if we don't. Okay, good. Now we're getting a little bit of coal, a little bit of coal, a little bit of coal, just to keep us going for a day or two. Just a day or two, just until we can inevitably run out of something else. That gives you access to all of that. Yes, it does. Okay, that's good. Is there any more? There's some coal there, but that busts us into this area, which is huge amounts of chlorine. I don't really want to do that. Okay, right. Did that put the coal off problem for a minute? Yeah, that gave us 4.5 tons of coal. Okay, that keeps the power problem not being a problem for at least 2 seconds. Okay, and the cables are all pretty much done, which means we can finally stop worrying about that for at least 2 seconds. Okay. Right, let me just extend this out a little bit further. There we go. Just to get us a tiny bit closer to all of that. Okay, and they're moving in here, which means they should be... Yes, good. They're getting into the production of this thing. Oh, they need a wire. Need a wire. Oh dear. Right, can anybody get any good skill points? You could get something. You could get the super hard digging, which would put your morale into rather serious bad place, but at least that would give us somebody with the super hard digging. So I suppose you can have a cool black hat. Let's see. You could get one. What could you get? Get you a better better decorator, even better carrying. Carrying is always good because everybody does carrying at some point in their life. Travaldo, what could you do? Not a lot. You're already in a deficit. Let's not make that deficit even worse. You could maybe get something, though, something that you like. Crop tending. Crop tending isn't hugely important. Better agriculture. I suppose it's important. I suppose it's important enough. Okay, that's just a little bit of something in order to keep us chugging along. Okay. My giddy aunt, this place is a mess. It doesn't help my slight OCD either. Oh no! This poor fish. This poor fish. We've drained his entire place that he lives in, and now he is dying because he hasn't got any water to live in. Oh dear. Can I like tell people to pick him up and put him somewhere else? I like show navigation, follow cam, attack. No, okay. I don't think I can tell them to like pick him up and put him somewhere else. There's nowhere else they could. Well, I guess they could put him in there, but I don't know what they do, if there's anything important they do. So we'll leave that for the time being. Okay. What are you complaining about? Body temperature? What? That's not good. Body temperature, 10 to 30 degrees. Is it too hot in here? Oh, it's just too warm. Oh no! We are millimeters away from all of these plants overheating. Oh dear. This is a very, very serious issue. The whole place has gone from temperate to warm. Okay, this place is a bit cold. Yeah, this is about 25 degrees. Yeah, look, all these machines are making heat, and the people are making heat, and this is starting to leak out. Even though this is insulated tile, it is still leaking out eventually. That's a rather serious problem. That's a very serious problem, even. I see only one solution to this very serious problem. We're going to have to deconstruct 2 plants in all of these locations and build ice fans instead in these spots. It's going to reduce the amount of food we're producing by a tiny bit, but it's absolutely necessary that the food grows. I'd rather reduce it by a tiny bit and then let the rest of it actually carry on being produced, because honestly, we are going to die if all of these plants overheat, because they're all going to melt. And that's not going to be good for us, is it? Right, never mind. This is going to be another serious problem, because of course they're not, this is going to make people even busier, because they're going to be on these machines rather than doing other important stuff. Which, I mean, isn't the end of the world, because, I mean, these machines have to work harder, because they have to counteract the heat production of these. These, on the other hand, have to work a lot less hard. But hopefully they will cool this place down a bit. Hopefully they will. Just a bit. Just a bit is all I ask for. I'm not asking for a miracle. I'm just asking for something. Oh, please be something useful. Food? What are these? Shine nymph eggs. Shine... Oh, you things. Absolutely not. You were a bane of my existence in the first few days. You're not sticking around. Okay, you're a binge eater and you're destructive. I don't like either of you. You can't research, you can't build. You're both good at machinery. You're good at agriculture, but I don't care. I want the food. The food is necessary. The food will help us. That way, if it gets a little bit too hot and the plants stop growing for a bit, they can still manage for a while, because they've got that food to keep them going for a couple of days. Just for long enough. Okay. I've noticed not everyone has a hat, which makes me sad. I want people to have hats. You can have the grilling hat. At least that's some sort of a hat you can have. You can have a crop tending hat. Yes, you can. You can be Indiana Jones. There we go. Good. You're a chef, and you're Indiana Jones. Excellent. Good. Okay. Hopefully this will start to reduce the temperature in this location, and we can start cooling this place down a little bit, and they can start growing a bit better, because I cannot afford for this stuff to get all burnt. It's going to take a lot of manpower, don't get me wrong. In fact, because they're not actually working on these, they're not actually working at these as much as they need to for these ones, because as I said, this is directly counteracting these. These aren't doing that. These are just keeping things cooler, just to maintain their temperature. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, a little bit more algae there. How are we doing on the algae? How's the algae going? We've still got 2.3 tons. Okay, but then again, we did mine this out a little bit, which is helping. As the priority on this, the priority on the wire isn't high enough. The priority on the wire needs to be the same as everything else. Okay. So we've still got plenty of algae over here. We are going to need to get rid of that, however, and move it out of there before we construct this wall. Although I suppose that wall isn't wholly necessary exactly. I mean, it just block off a bit of oxygen, which isn't exactly helpful to us, so I suppose we might as well just leave that wall there. Okay. Crises averted for 2 seconds. It has also just struck me that by putting airflow tiles in here, I made Max's room to be a CO2 trap. I know, I've realised that now. I'm an idiot. I mean, you didn't need me to tell you that, because, you know, you could just look at me and you'd realise that. But never mind. At least stress has gone down. Did Travaldo get cured? No, Travaldo still got slamming. Okay, never mind. Travaldo will survive. Hopefully. There's always a hopefully with these kids. Okay, it's starting to cool a little bit. We're getting back to yellow. No, we want to be back to green. We're trying to get back to green. We're trying to get like this is, not like this is. Okay. Hopefully we will make some progress. Okay, is this working now? Waiting delivery of slime. Okay, well, what temperature does this overheat? It doesn't, apparently, which is lovely. Reduces the decor, but the decor in there was hideous anyway, so I don't frankly know what you expected. Okay, so this, as soon as the slime gets here, which it's on the wrong priority, it should be on a priority of 7, hopefully this will work. No power. Why doesn't it have any power? Because this wire is broken! Because this is one of the last areas I haven't managed to get replaced yet. Oh, give me strength. Give me strength. I know, you don't like the food. I get it. Fortunately, we are not really in a position currently in order to get you anything better. Hopefully one day we will find some of these crazy ingredients they keep talking about and we'll actually be able to do some cool stuff and get you some nice food. But for the time being, I don't think I can do that for you, kiddos. Okay. For the time being, I'm going to disable this building. Just because we've got plenty of good water now, and we're running out of bad water, so I'll just reduce that, just reduce the amount of purification we've got going on currently, just so that we don't end up breaking the system. I don't know why at this point. Just feels like the right thing to do. And so far, instinct has not strayed me so terribly wrong. I mean, we're still alive, going off my instincts, so we're still, you know, mostly alive. Nobody's died yet. Emphasis on the word yet. So that's kind of cool, I suppose. Okay, slime? Yes! Okay, that's going to start outputting bad water, which will allow this thing to start pumping it. Which would be fantastic. It means we'll be refilling our bad water supply a little bit. And hopefully this should be emitting some algae. Good, okay. So it produces 400 grams of water and 200 grams of algae from 600 grams of slime. Okay, that's pretty doable. I mean, that is actually generating us water. I mean, that's not using water, that's not making water dirty, that's just creating new water, which is nice. The seed of a tree. Seed of an arbor tree. That's not very useful to me. You're a crier, you're a binge eater, you're destructive. I don't really like the sound of either of you. Nails? People often expect a duplicate named Nails to be tough, but they're actually pretty huge wimps. You can't dig. You're good in the morning, you're good with machinery, but I do not have the facilities to look after you, so I suppose I should take the tree seed, since I suppose it's better to have it rather than not have it. I don't know. Okay, how's the temperature doing? There's hints of green. A hint of green. That's the name of a terrible album from the early 2000s. Okay. Why no power? Because we're running out of coal again, aren't we? Yep, we're down to 400 grams of coal. 400 kilograms of coal, rather. Oh gosh, I have got to find a better method of production of this stuff. I have got to. There's no two ways about it. I've got to do it. I don't suppose there's any other choice, really. Fine, I've been putting this off for ages because I really didn't want to do it, but I don't see that we have any choice whatsoever. We are going to have to dig through this stuff here, not through any of that. That isn't coal, Phil. Just dig through the coal stuff. I know it's going to expose us to a lot of chlorine, but I don't see that we have a choice. What other methods of power production have I got? I've got manual generation, coal generation, wood generation. We don't even have any wood. I haven't seen a tree. Hydrogen generation, natural gas generation, oil generation. Why is there not hydroelectrics? Hydroelectrics would save my life at this point. Hydrogen. There's bits of hydrogen, there's little bits of hydrogen up here, but there's not much, is my problem. All of these gas generations, they sound fantastic. There is just not enough of it here. There is not enough natural gas and hydrogen, because we could invest and we could build, you know, suck out this hydrogen and this hydrogen, but that'll only be for a few minutes. That'll only keep us alive for a tiny bit of time. Okay, good. We're getting some coal. With absolutely nothing else on this accursed earth, we are getting some coal. I just do not know what to do. If only I could find an oil well. An oil well would solve every problem I've ever had in my entire life. There just is no oil well anywhere. So that's a plant. A natural gas geyser. Now that is useful. That is actually unbelievably useful to me. I could make an expedition down here. We could get some algae while we're at it. This doesn't matter. This is just polluted oxygen. We could bust in through here, put an airlock in, and then just a gap. I mean, the pipes. The piping. The gas piping for this to generate power. Oh no, it wouldn't be piping, would it? Oxygen. We're talking about power generation, not oxygen generation, you total twit. Sorry, I just needed to insult myself for a minute in order to get a few things out of my system. Oh, juicer. If only we had the luxury of a juicer. Oh dear. Gold. So yeah, we could put a system down there, just a single wire, just going up along our system. We could go down like, what would be the simplest system to go? I think like go down there, and across there and down again. Just bust through here, open this up a little bit, put a machine down there, and then build a wire. Yeah. Let me plan this out for a minute. We won't really get on with it because we don't really have the time or the resources, but let me just plan it. Let me just plan it. Oh sheesh, this thing is enormous. That's what she said. Because apparently you haven't made that joke enough recently, Phil, so you need to make it again. You know, the internet is crying out for you to make a horribly overused and boring joke yet again. Oh wait, no they're not. So why are you doing it? Oh yeah, that's right, because you're a twit. You're a dingleberry. Right, I know this looks like the most inefficient system you've ever seen in your life. That, my friends, is because it is the most inefficient system you've ever seen in your life, and it will continue to be that. Oh, gosh, all this stuff requires emptying. Oh, now there's water everywhere. Water everywhere, and somehow it's all in the wrong places. Oh, God. Okay, so, basic system. We got our natural gas converter. We've got an outflow vent. We've got a gas pump, gas intake thingamajig. We've got a space for it to be built on. We've got a ladder coming down here. We've got a ladder going up there, and a wire carrying it all the way up to the top. Yes, I know it's standard wire. It should be special wire. It's not special wire because I can't afford a special wire at the minute. I'm also going to deconstruct all of these deodorizers. Have all of them deconstructed, and I'm going to replace them. Where do they need to be? We need sort of one here, one in here, definitely one in here. Sort of one there, and one there. Where else have we got some polluted oxygen that we don't really like? Not that there's anywhere I do want to have polluted oxygen, but you know what I mean. I think 3 would be enough. Okay, let me just put them all on a priority of 6, because we do not really have the luxury of putting them on a 7. I'm going to, however, put the deconstructs on a 7 just so they have the resources before they actually get on with it. Okay, so I'm not expecting them to get on with this right now because we've got a little bit of coal from that recent thing that we did. We've now got 9.7 tons of coal, which is possibly the most coal we've ever had in our lives. And there's a good bit up there that we could get access to as well. And some algae. So that looks like our next point of attack in terms of delaying the coal problem. In fact, yeah, I'm just going to put that up like that. I'm not going to change the priority on it. I'm just going to leave it like that just so that I remember to do that. And when I next inevitably say we've run out of coal, I can say, oh look, there's loads of coal up here that we've already set to dig out, so I know exactly what I'm doing because I inevitably forget everything because I'm a moron. Oh gosh. And there's yet more water going down. Temperature in here improving. It's getting a little bit greener. A little bit greener. I don't know where this water keeps coming from. Like, I should emphasize that. I don't know where it's coming from. It just randomly appears in weird locations. It's not people having accidents, because A, they've got bathrooms that they're perfectly adequately reached to. And it's good water. It's clean water. It's not dirty water. So I don't know where under the sun it's coming from. I'm just utterly confused by it. But never mind. Such is life. It's also striking me that the oxygen in here is getting very, very low. So I think I'm actually going to set these doors to open because they don't allow for airflow, neither do the tiles, the standard tiles. So I think the problem is I've locked these things in here. I did it because I wanted to get the carbon dioxide in there eventually, to pump it full of carbon dioxide instead. But considering the fact that they're going to have to be in there for the temperature management now, I can no longer afford to do that. Oh gosh, with this moppage. Now what? Food shortage. We've got plenty of food that you're yammering on about. So I think we're going to have these doors left open for the sake of allowing a bit of gas to go in there so that they actually do have an atmosphere. Because as much as plants do not consume gas, they do need to be situated within gas. Which is unrealistic, but never mind. As if a 2D representation of the entire universe is realistic. Right, Phil, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Oh, okay, so you can live outside of a chlorine environment. You just presumably don't like it. Yada yada yoop-dee. Oh no, it's your wool. Your wool only grows in polluted environments. Right, that suddenly makes a lot more sense. It's your wool that grows in polluted environments. Okay, so you can live perfectly happy without chlorine, but it's chlorine that allows you to... Oh, I'm so sick of you people running through here! Would you just mop it? 2 seconds, would you mop it? Okay, now it's Max that's got slime lung. Well, good for Max. Could we just get this mopped? Seriously, I hate it when people have soggy feet constantly. Right. How's our oxygen generation? Bad, bad, bad. Unbelievably awful. Well, you know what that means. Setting every single terrarium we have to a big, fat priority 9. To make sure that they are always running at all times at maximum efficiency. Because oxygen generation right now is our big problem. Apparently. Have we run out of slime? Yes, we have. That's why this isn't producing anymore. Okay, I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, do we want slime or do we not want slime? I do want polluted water, however. Which is, which is a bit of a wee problem. So I suppose we're just going to have to dig a little bit wherever we can. Let's actually extend this across. Sweet. Just extend that across, just because that will give us access to a bit more slime, which allows us to use more algae, and allows us to use more water. Okay, so when I was talking about the whole let's get up here and produce an infinite supply of water, my giddy aunt, this is getting full. Too wet! Exclamation mark. Body temperature. Yeah, those are problems you get with other activities in life as well. So yeah, that'll just give us supply of water. Yeah, when I was going up here and I was talking about the infinite production of water with this thing, we can do that secondarily with this thing as well, in terms of producing water infinitesimally. This turns slime into water. I mean, this produces water without any resource input. This produces water with slime input. Which, I mean, that is almost better in a way, because it allows us to get rid of slime. I wish there was something I could do to get rid of chlorine. I'd absolutely kill for a way to get rid of chlorine. Which... It's this thing, isn't it? It's this accursed machine. How much fertilizer do we have? 3.6 tons. That's not a huge amount, but at the same time, it's also not quite as much as I'd like to have. Oh, just permanently leave all of that on a D9, why not? Just permanently leave that on high priority, I suppose. It's this machine. It's what I was talking about before. I think it's because it's not having water pumped into it, because we don't have enough water for the time being. So I suppose we'll just disable this until we can get some more water. Which I suppose means we're going to have to start trying to bust in here. By not doing that. Let me just cancel that. There we go. Just so that we don't bust in here, because I just want to bust into this bit of water here, just so that we can fill this up a bit. Which is probably enough water here to actually start drowning this machine here, but never mind that. It's one thing at a time. One thing at a ding-dong time. I'm also going to disable this building for the time being, because there's no point having it running. We've got all the water we could possibly need. I'm not concerned about water for the time being. I mean, I'm concerned about bad water, just not good water. Good water is nothing to worry about. Bad water is a different kettle of fish. Okay, what could you get? You could get even better at grilling. That sounds fun. Let's get you even a better hat. It's got an orange stripe on it. Anybody else in a good morale? Not really. Poor old Lindsay. She's got so many skill points, but she can't really have any of them. She's not really able to use them. Poor Lindsay. Poor Lindsay. Okay, good. This is giving us some water to pump into here, which will hopefully help us restock this for a few seconds. It is probably going to damage this building, because it's going to get flooded, isn't it? It's going to damage the building. I can already sense it. Well, maybe not by a huge amount. It just can't bust in here without building a new pump down there, so that's not the end of the universe. Right, okay. Oh, hush. 2 seconds, hush. Stress is going back up again. Good old Max. Never thought in my entire life I'd say that, but good old Max. No, apparently this machine works absolutely fine if you situate it in water, which is a bit confusing, but never mind. At least that means that this will stock up now, because this pipe is now full of nasty, nasty water that is going to turn into useful stuff for us. How quickly is our fertilizer going down? Not very quickly. Not very quickly. Okay. I can live with that. Okay, we've got a little bit of food. We're actually managing to push out the good wire into this location now. This thing isn't flooded anymore. We've actually got this bed built now, which means we can assign it to Travaldo, I think. Yes, we can assign this bed to Travaldo. There you go, Travaldo. Now we've got people out of here. No, we haven't. We still don't have Hassan moved out of there. We've got Max. Oh, yeah, I remember, because we had an extra bed, didn't we? Oh, well, never mind. Nothing I can do about that. Okay. This is not... I don't understand why... Like, all of these are staying cool enough, but these, for some reason, are not. Possibly because it's... Yeah, I think it's this door. I need to deconstruct this door and put an airlock in instead, because airlocks prevent the temperature moving around. Pneumatic doors don't. And I think temperature is leaking out of here, and it's coming over here, and it's heating this area up more so. Because look, this little spot here is red, and I don't want that. I want to prevent that from getting in there, which is why I think is slowing down these particular plants. So if we deconstruct this door and put an airlock in instead, that should hopefully improve things a little bit. Okay, we've got a little more polluted water generating. This isn't getting overfilled anymore. They're making a little bit of progress on this. Yeah, I think very, very slowly. Very, very slowly, you're actually starting to make some semblance of progress. And then when we run out of slime, we'll be able to have direct access to all of this stuff. How are we doing on slime, by the way? Cultivatable soil? No, organic. We're already out of slime. Well, then there's a perfect reason to start getting on with some of this then, isn't there? Let's kick all of that to a 7, please. We don't need much, just need a little bit. I just want to keep this stocked up a tad. Okay. Oh, what, whoa, whoa. What under the sun is going on? Go away. What, the pipe? How did the pipe get broken? That pipe's barely in use. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh my giddy aunt, this place makes me want to cry sometimes. It genuinely does. Just mop all of this. Just fix the accursed pipe. Before that happens. Before any more of my flesh falls off. Please, just fix the damn pipe. Lindsay? Is Lindsay up here? Yeah, they are. Lindsay, what are you bothered about? It's like freezing cold up here. Why are you whittering on about problems? You haven't got any problems. Be quiet. I love you, Lindsay, but this is not the time for it. Oh, fine, disable the building for the time being. Shut it down, shut it down. Remobilize everything. Not even interested. Just mob. I'm just sick of this problem. Just mob. What? This door requires a sample to unlock. Submit bioscan. A strong door with a sophisticated genetic lock. What under the sunny wittering on about? I've never heard so much rubbish in all my life. Okay, there's got to be a door somewhere that isn't that one. That's in a really inconvenient place for me. I'm just trying to get access to the facility so I can show you something cool, because literally nothing has happened in this episode. Right, finally that has been done. Now what are they complaining about? Still complaining about temperature. Of course they're complaining about the temperature. I mean, I complain about it being too hot all the time, so I suppose you should too. Okay, that is going to have to be enough for today, because, I mean, we've been going for an hour and a half, and I'm not sure I have the mental capacity to carry on with this for today. So, I'm sorry we didn't make a huge amount of progress. We didn't really make much progress at all. I mean, we solved the algae problem, we solved the water problem, we made progress on the wire problem, we discovered the temperature problem with all of this, we delayed the coal problem. We've got plans for the power, and we're getting closer to this thing, you know. We just need to get under here, because I think this is the front door. I just don't know how we're going to get in. So hopefully we'll bust through, and I mean, this is giving us access to more of this, which is nice, I suppose. I still don't know where the oil well is. I don't know which direction it is, which is my main problem. Also, this is a really weird pattern. I don't know which direction the oil well is in. I don't know what biome it's in, whether it's in slime, whether it's in whatever this stuff is, just all this indigenous rock. I don't know where the oil is, because I don't know enough geology and geography in order to guess where it is. So, eventually we will find oil, and when we do, that will be the happiest day of my life. But for the time being, that will have to be it. I am so sorry that we are making such slow progress, such sluggish I am sorry that we are making such sluggish progress. There we are. I've been going so long, my mouth is shutting down. But I hope it's been of some interest to watch. I hope it hasn't been too boring. I've got no idea whether this will be a really long video or a really short video, because most of this has just been me sitting here waiting for them to get other jobs done. But thank you very much for joining me this evening. Look after each other, and good night.